You. Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Are you tired of the same old podcasts with the same old panels and the same old rhetoric? So am I. So come spend time with me, where you can have a laugh, be entertained, and learn something. I'm your host, Nova, and welcome to School of Thought. Class is in session.
Okay, I just had to restart the stream all over again. Aren't I happy about that? Here, let me read this one more time. For everybody loading back up into the chat, something happened in the back and couldn't use the chat or anything, so sorry about that, had to restart. So here we are again. We're going to re-talk about some issues going on that the CDC has put out a warning again for more foodborne outbreak illnesses, 4 deaths so far linked to this, and 14 more injured and in hospital stays, according to this article put out. It's also in the New York Times. It's all over the place, so it's not just Fox. Listeria outbreak from recalled frozen meals sold at TraderJoes and Walmart leaves 4 dead, 19 in the hospital. That's earlier today. The outbreak of Listeria has been affecting certain frozen food meals sold at TraderJoes and Walmart and has led to 4 deaths as well as 19 hospitalizations, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC. They have issued a multi-state recall for ready-to-eat meals containing pasta that may have been contaminated by another issue, Listeria. The recalls include Market Side is the name of the brand. So if you want to go check out any of your frozen foods and see if you've gotten it from there, they've been advised to completely discard all of that stuff and or take it back to the grocery store from which you've attained it. So the Market Side linguine with beef, meatballs, and marinara sauce sold at Walmart in 12-ounce trays with a best of use by dates of September 22nd, 24th, the 25th, 29th, and the 30th, and October 1st of this year. The recall was first issued in June. Also covers TraderJoe's Cajun-style blackened chicken breast fettuccine Alfredo with best of use by dates, of September the 20th, the 24th, and the 27th. CDC updates to its recall to include the product in late September. I mentioned on the other stream that we had to cancel and restart. I looked at this less than 2 weeks ago and I almost bought this. I'm glad I did it. An update issued also by the CDC on Friday showed the Listeria outbreak has led to 20 cases so far, including 19 hospitalizations and 4 deaths, which also includes a pregnant lady, and she has lost her baby from this. The outbreak spans 15 states thus far. This is a nationwide brand from coast to coast. It says, CDC says, while the products linked to the recall should no longer be available for sale in stores, they could be in consumers' fridges and freezers. If they were purchased recently, the recalled products should be thrown away or returned to the place of the purchase. Consumers should not eat the affected foods, are urged to clean out the refrigerator containers and surfaces that may have been touched, the contaminated foods, as Listeria can survive in the fridge and may spread to other foods or surfaces. Wow. Okay. Here's what one of them looked like. There's also been a shrimp in 31 states recalled over radioactive contamination concerns. So this is what one of those brands look like from Market Side, meatball linguine and whatnot.
Can you make it bigger?
Can I make it bigger? Probably not. Okay, so and Trippy from TrippyCast and Ben from Raven's Mark will be joining me. They're in the back waiting right now as we speak. By the way, if anyone is not aware of this, you really need to be careful of the shrimp and the seafood that you consume. You should really, if at all possible, always stay to wild-caught everything because of the contamination levels that are inside of the fish and stuff that are being in schools, right? They're like aquariums and they're dirty and they're full of feces. And you don't want to eat that stuff. Also, the shrimp that's being sold in different places like Indonesia and whatnot, those are grown in the gutters, in the sewers, and then they use bleach to bleach out the colors so they look pink and normal again. So if you didn't know that, heads up, stay away from it. Why do I hear stuff in the background? That was really weird, out of nowhere, playing in the background. Okay. All right. How does everybody like my little frog mug? I might animate him. All right. I'm going to bring, well, they're already here, but I'm going to make it so you can see them better. All right. Hello, gentlemen.
Hey.
Hello. Hello, Ben. Your hair's looking rockin'.
Hell yeah.
He got himself a little makeover. Although I liked the longer hair, but you know, we all know that
You
gentlemen
do that all the time.
I know.
I told him to get a haircut, but I like the longer better.
No, I never said. I said he could rock the long hair, and it
Go
would
back
give
to
him
the
that.
barber and tell him to grow it back.
He
Glue
could.
it back on there.
At least he's got all of his hair too, on top of
Hey.
it. Thick.
Just because I'm going bald doesn't mean that I don't know.
You heard it from the
anymore.
horse's mouth right there.
Well, I know I am. It's
I
kinda
didn't
easy
say
to tell.
nothing. I said nothing.
At least it's
If-
slow. I'm losing
I
it
know.
slowly.
Yeah. I've seen some guys in their 20s lose their hair. It's very. My cousin lost his hair in his 20s.
I got
He
a
was
cousin
like-
that went gray haired at 17.
17.
Gray hair. All throughout. Gray hair. Most of his teeth gone. That's a different thing, though.
Okay.
It's a different reason.
Do you have heart issues?
No, but
No?
his brother slammed his head into a wooden floor over and over.
Oh, he sounds like a swell guy.
He took too much Tylenol while she was pregnant with him.
Like a sweetheart and everything, you know? Like, how could you resist?
Oh yeah.
All right. Ravens, Mark, what are you doing? You're so quiet right now.
I'm listening.
Oh, well, you interject by all means.
So you said earlier that recall was like nationwide. So it's all over. It wasn't just specific states, or because
Well,
I
the brand.
heard about this like a day ago or something.
Oh, you heard about it a day ago?
Yeah, I'm still new to that.
Oh, well, the TraderJoes and Walmart is nationwide, and so I had read in a different article that it was pretty much, you know, nationwide because those stores cover from coast to coast. But you know, certain people are reporting certain things, so it might be off a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, so now we're going to present what Trump was talking about with the CDC, but yet all of the weirdo leftists are trying to make it out like there's nothing wrong with with medications and stuff. And this crap happens all the time. And you're supposed to listen to them when the reports come out. But hey, what do I know, right? All right.
I mean, it's fight like hell.
Oh shit! It started already. I didn't even know.
Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it if you just can't. I mean, it's fight like hell not to take it.
There's a strong response this morning from major medical groups that are taking issue with the White House's announcement tying autism to women using Tylenol during pregnancy.
First, effective immediately, the FDA will be notifying physicians that the use of let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen.
Acetaminophen, yes,
Is
dear.
that okay? Which is basically commonly known as Tylenol during pregnancy,
Tylenol.
associated with a very increased risk of autism. So taking Tylenol.
Oh my gosh, I am lagging so bad. Am I lagging really bad or what?
It looks fine on my end.
Holy cannoli. Spicoli! How you doing, buddy? Freeside, nice to see you, and Uncle Guns is back. Sean! Nice to see you. Spittle Buggies, Aslam, and who else? Am I missing anybody? I'm
Yes, that guy's cool. He's sexy.
Fletch. He's sexy. Wow, you heard it. The clown thinks you're sexy. All right.
Yep, Trippy Cast is definitely sexy.
Okay. Oh, talking about yourself. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Narcissism. Just kidding.
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. Yes.
Is not good.
President Trump's messaging came with his health secretary, RFK Jr., by his side, who has long shared provably wrong theories about what causes autism.
They are
provably wrong,
strongly
huh?
recommending that women limit Tylenol use during
Yep.
pregnancy unless medically necessary.
Yep, and this is coming from good old Fox.
I'm not sure what network. Oh,
So it comes
Is
from
it?
Fox. Oh, yeah, this is
this ain't
Fox.
Fox. All they do is sniff his oranges. Never mind.
Yeah, you'd think so, right? You'd think so. Do you have that clip of that one pregnant woman ready? So when this gets done, I can show that stupid
Might.
broad.
I might. How do you say
Pyramid!
it? Pseudocytomin.
Good to see.
Pseudocytomin.
Okay.
Pseudocytomin.
We'll
Yes, I
hit
do. I
play.
have it ready.
Okay, awesome. We're going to look also at some dumb broads who want to gamble with their lives and their unborn children's. We sure will.
Right?
Asian
That's,
broads.
for instance, in cases of extremely high fever, that you feel you can't tough it out, you can't do it. I guess there's that. It's a small number of cases, I think.
This morning, major medical organizations are disagreeing with the president, saying that acetaminophen is safe for pregnant women and that the drug is important because untreated fevers can end pregnancies. The makers of Tylenol say that sound science clearly shows that taking acetaminophen does not cause autism. The president also claims that ingredients in vaccines and the close timing of childhood vaccinations
Wow.
could also be contributing to rising autism cases.
I'm going to interject on that one. Now, I've been following autism rising in pregnant women when Jenny McCartney and another lady came forward back in the early 2000s. They had perfectly normal children as soon as they listened to their dumbass doctors and had them all shot up with everything. They got cooked, okay? They were cooked upstairs in the brain department, unfortunately. And so when we're looking at medications, we're also looking at vaccines in the same time. And so they're kind of overlapping. In my personal unprofessional opinion, which is semi-professional, wink, wink, I think there's a link between the two associated. It's not purely, I don't think it's purely Tylenol's fault. However, if you do have if you are prone to having something, it can certainly kick it back. It can kick it on. That's how disease works. Anyways, did you gentlemen want to add anything to that, please?
Oh, sorry, my kitty got up here.
It's okay.
Stop washing your babies in Downey. Stop washing your babies in Downey.
Stop
No.
stroking your pussy over there, Raven. All right, I'm going to take that as a nobody's got nothing to say. Is that what?
Particularly, I don't want to say anything
Just me.
that's going to be labeling you as medical information, misinformation or anything.
I already said this is my personal opinion. I never said it was medical fact.
FDA commissioner standing by the White House's claims on Tylenol.
Acetaminophen has been given willy-nilly, way too frequently, without any discussion of the potential risks.
That's true.
To balance out those discussions about the potential benefit.
But
That's true. When I was pregnant, they told me that, and I had a massive injury at that time, workman's comp related at that time frame. They told me I could take that to deal with the tears in my shoulders and my neck and everything else. They never said anything to me about that. Not one word.
They overprescribe and overprescribe,
They
and
do.
then they act like it's ridiculous when you say there's a problem with that overprescribing. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Is the
And, you
overdone.
know,
And there was a doctor. There was a doctor in the 70s that said if we knew 30 years ago the dangers of using Tylenol, we never would have made it available to the masses. And that was in the 70s. He said that, if we knew 30 years ago. It's
Which
they knew-
almost ties into the Tylenol murders, doesn't it?
it's very similar. Yes,
It
very
is.
very close timeline.
Yes, that's right. Ben, anything?
No,
Okay.
no. I'm still catching up on this stuff because I just recently heard about it, but I didn't know enough about anything to speak on it yet, I think.
Yeah, most of us have to pull up articles once we hear stuff,
Yeah, and it messes with your midi-chlorians.
It-
That's Star Wars thing, right?
Yeah. How do I say that word again? Where did it go in my browser?
Oh, no, I forgot it already, too.
Here.
Mitosinogens.
Monocytogens.
Monocytogens.
As my British friends would say, mitocytogens is the link inside of that, the frozen foods, I should say.
Medical groups say that there have been dozens of large studies over the decades, and not one of them found that acetaminophen or vaccines cause autism.
There was a study that was done in Sweden where they looked over a 25-year period at 2.5 million children to see whether or not Tylenol taken during pregnancy increased the risk of autism. And it didn't. And more importantly, they did it the right way because they did the so-called sibling control. So they looked at mothers who took Tylenol during one pregnancy but not another. So you could compare those two pregnancies. And
Probably
again,
Tylenol.
it found that there was no relationship between taking Tylenol and developing autism.
Dr. Edith Bracho Sanchez is a New York pediatrician who is pregnant with her second child and shares that she's still taking the drug herself.
Uncontrolled fevers in pregnancy pose an increased risk of miscarriage, of neural developmental defects.
You can take, first of all, you can take other things besides just Tylenol to lower a fever. Seriously.
Yeah.
And most women who, and then most women who have those issues to begin with are already urged to go and seek medical assistance.
Yep.
Anyways, so what the hell are we talking about? The people who don't care or ill-informed?
Did I tell you that the birth? Oh my God! When I was in the womb, I was all wrapped up in my umbilical cord.
Yeah.
And apparently it wrapped right around my throat. And, you know, mom took me to the hospital, or took herself to the, my dad might have taken her. By the way, she ended up going to the hospital. And they were like, oh, he's all wrapped up in his umbilical cord.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess it hit, like I had my arms wrapped up in it. I don't know what the hell I was doing. Probably pretending to be a tornado.
That was his first trippy cast.
That was his first trippy cast. My uncle
They gave
Frank,
me Tylenol and fixed it.
My uncle Frank was
true.
also born with the umbilical cord around his neck. He was turning blue.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's why I'm still blue.
It's very dangerous. Very dangerous. I'm not really sure what causes that. I'm thinking probably the baby flipping around and moving around all in there. Hard to say.
Knowing what I know about the risks of Tylenol in pregnancy versus the risk of an uncontrolled fever, I would take Tylenol again in this pregnancy.
That's an emergency situation.
Yeah, once in a while.
Fell dramatically because all of this. And Tylenol is a very important drug for pregnant women because they're told that they shouldn't be using that other popular painkiller, ibuprofen, because that one for certain increases the risk of miscarriage.
Because it's a blood thinner. That's why. Let's read Spittle's extremely educated and brilliant comment. How do you say that again?
Acetaminophen.
Thank you. Acetaminophen can damage the brain barrier, which is the blood-brain barrier. And then the additives and the other stuff causes issues, and RFK Jr. won suits over this. Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
RFK has got giant cojones, and we appreciate those. John, welcome in. We're glad to have you.
If you want to have a skinny, light baby, just smoke like they used to. Just smoke while you're pregnant. I'm not literally suggesting this, YouTube. It's a joke.
It was. If it was good enough for your parents and grandparents, it's good enough.
I know.
That's true.
I made it.
You know what they say? Nobody likes a quitter. So.
Hey, don't you steal my line, you over there.
If you want a really, really light baby, maybe a little bit of a little weed.
I was
calm his ass down in there. No more kicking.
I was 6.5 pounds, and let me tell you, she took everything and then some. And I still made it.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. I made it. It was meant to be.
I'm trying to remember what else was recommended to pregnant women in like the 1400s and shit. Like, here, smoke this cigar. It'll make the baby nice and light and easy to push out when you're ready.
You know what they tell you is that you're not supposed to have uncooked like egg yolks and stuff.
Yeah, they also say that women that are pregnant shouldn't have peanuts. But when you look into that, you end up finding out. Well, any kind of nuts. They've been telling pregnant women recently not to eat any kind of nuts. And it's like, but there's never been a situation where there was an unborn baby who had an allergic reaction to like anything.
You know what this situation is? This is called bullshit. It's called 1 week eggs are bad for you. The next week they're good for you. The next week after that, coffee is horrible for you. The week after that, it has benefits to the brain and the blood and the whole night, the cognitive function.
It's like now they say that we shouldn't have been giving kids so much milk because it actually makes your bones more brittle and easier to break.
They say that it can leach the calcium from the bones, but I don't believe that at all. So, because we've been given babies milk from animals when women can't supply enough forever. So who do we believe? We believe them who want to make our children more weak and susceptible, or do we want to make them strong like mine?
Yeah, for like relatively 2,000 to 4,000 years or something like that, we've been ingesting cow milk.
Yeah, and before then it's
still
sheep's and goat's milk is the closest composition to breast milk. Did you know that?
Really?
No, I know.
Yes.
I didn't know either.
Yes, the body can assimilate the proteins in the milk where it can't really do that with the cow's milk as well. Now it can do it, but not as well. That's where you're getting all this dairy lactose intolerance, especially with you males. Like it's all over the place. I don't understand why it's so high. The lactose intolerance.
I don't have any lactose issues. You remember that day that I had that cavity was kicking my butt and I drank like half a gallon of milk? I didn't have any problems the next day, or like at all, aside from sugar. But that's to be expected. There's a lot of sugar in milk.
John says he has to give his daughter goat milk as an infant. Yes, and they even have infant formula made out of goats and sheep's milk, which I would highly recommend.
What about cat's milk? Can you milk a cat?
I mean, what is this? Meet the Fockers?
I got nipples, Greg.
No.
Can you milk me?
Are you going to put your bikini on and then flip them around for us, or
Yeah, no, because I gotta fix that. But I mean, I could. I'll do it next week.
Okay. Well, only if you put the thong that I helped you with on.
I'm still trying to find it. It's somewhere hidden on my computer. I gotta find that puppet.
Slap that cartoon ass. That's right. Make it shake everywhere.
Shaky.
Must be jelly, because jam don't shake like that, right?
I got this one. I could be a little South Park guy.
No, that's okay. I like your main one the best, frankly.
But this one has Mr. Hanky.
Oh gosh, I forgot about Mr. Hanky.
I'll break him out around Christmas.
Howdy ho.
Howdy ho.
I don't know if I remember the voice correctly. I think it sounded like that.
Yeah.
All right, where is the clip of these dumb broads pregnant?
Oh, you want
down
that?
in all this Tylenol?
I got you all set up and ready.
People, the thoughties are waiting for you.
They were. I didn't. There it is. You have to screen share it though. So you finger it. I mean, never. Anyway.
Hey, check out these dumb broads, everyone. Hit play, Maestro.
I did.
You know what I'm gonna take? Some of the Tylenol to see the benefit. It's gonna work like a charm, and my baby won't have autism.
Mm-hmm.
When her baby's autistic, can we celebrate that on the internet or no?
No,
probably not. Okay.
I wouldn't do that to the
I'm gonna
child.
do it in person then.
Oh gosh. Do we have to?
Like, what's wrong with you? Honestly,
said it, Mama.
What's wrong with you? What happened to women? Something happened. Tylenol even tweeted, "We actually don't recommend using any of our products while pregnant. Congrats on your upcoming edition. So exciting. It'll be great to touch base real quick since we haven't tested Tylenol to be used during pregnancy." With studies and more studies. I get some people are very weak-minded and they can be influenced to be outraged at certain things when they're told to be outraged.
Mm-hmm.
But how can any mother,
like a push play button,
woman,
say
they love their children so
brainwashing
much while putting them at risk simply to make a political point and to get likes and views on social media? And I'll just reiterate my question. What is wrong with you? A pharmaceutical drug is a pharmaceutical drug and should be taken with extreme caution, just as a regular person, much less to be blessed to be pregnant, carrying a baby, and you are the only protector of that baby, and you're downing pharmaceutical drugs and be like,
yeah,
damn,
she's right. That's how I feel about it.
Nailed it.
What has happened to broads today that we have been convinced and conned that what is growing in our own bodies is not actually a part of us? What's happened to us?
leftists say it's like a parasite. I've heard them say it's like a parasite. It can't live outside the body, and it's like, well, not that much like a parasite, okay? Because parasites don't usually move on to a state where they can live outside the body.
Yep.
And
it's not a parasite.
They'll do anything and everything to try to make it seem like it's okay to just get rid of those things. Call them a bundle of cells, you know, all that guff, garbage, BS things floating.
It's all a load of crap. That's what it is. Now, Uncle Glenn said that lady's hot. Now, I've never heard him say a woman is hot past some older Asian ladies who like to cook over open fires. So that says something.
It wasn't not an older, but an Asian lady. I don't know how old she was.
No,
she
wasn't.
80.
She was like,
for all I know.
Oh, dude, she's like Hispanic, bro. What are you talking about?
Okay. Did you see your poll in the chat? Do you eat frozen Walmart meals? 93% said no.
Thank goodness.
With 14 votes.
You guys
7% said yes.
You guys pass the not brain dead section of the class. Thank you for not buying and eating a bunch of disgusting frozen crap full of nothing but chemicals and forever chemicals at that. Yes. All right. So what does everybody think? Ben, what are your thoughts about these dumbass broads taking Tylenol while they're pregnant just for a political statement? I think they're whores for money, personally, and attention. What do you think?
I'm honestly a little bit. I'm a little bit silenced by a thing. Like it's like you can't. It's like in a sense you can understand how somebody can be so stupid, but on the other hand, when you try to articulate it in your head, you know, it's not.
Doesn't make sense.
2 + 2 isn't making 4.
Yeah.
No so comment. I mean, really, it's a case of like I'm really just like silenced by the whole thing. Like, wow.
Yeah, it's a little dumbfounding, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's extremely dumbfounding. All right. Is it? Hey, Pass. Glad to have you here. Anybody else? Anybody else besides John? You're new here, aren't you, John? I think you are. Neither can an infant. I think he is. Neither can infant live without parents. That is correct. Just like puppies can't live. And we like to exalt animals over human babies, don't we?
I mean, it's kind of like it reminds me of the Tide Pod thing.
Huh?
You know? It reminds me of all them kids eating the Tide Pods and stuff, and it's like,
yeah,
okay, they're like harming themselves, but this is you're harming a little infant. You're harming a child. You know.
John came from the tomato. Yes, I'm so glad you're here. I've been on her panels off and on lately, so I'll be coming back this week for sure. So you'll see me there saying some asinine comments. You know, even for all the so-called Christians out there, and I use that word loosely, so-called. His word even declares that he sees every sparrow that falls to the ground. So how much more? His word says, how much more are you worth to him than the sparrows? If he's watching the sparrows, how much more are we worth to him than that? I would say you're worth a whole lot more than an animal. But that's what the teacher says here at School of Thought. All right.
Oh, I heard that beer bottle.
What?
I heard that beer bottle.
What? This one?
It sounded like a beer bottle.
No, it's my little... I might animate him and make him my sidekick at this point.
That's right.
We'll find out later
27 beer bottles on her desk.
He's going to sing the beer bottle song? No?
Oh, who's Denbro? Denbro 1502 says, stupid people do stupid things. You can't argue with stupid. That's true. It's extremely true.
You know, let me tell you what my dad taught me years ago. George, swell old guy he was. He said, ignorant is teachable, stupid is terminal. And yeah, there we go.
Hey, I figure I was probably stupid at what? No, I'm still pretty stupid. It might be terminal.
Yeah.
I have terminal diabetes.
Oh, well,
terminal.
People can't all control that. Where the hell did it go? I'm trying to find my, hold on 1 second. I'm trying to find. Actually, while we wait for that, let's play a media asset and have some fun. Let's make fun of some lefties, shall we? Yes, we shall.
Watch this. Twitter banned the president permanently. Oh, damn. They took away his precious.
Well, Facebook upheld their ban of Donald Trump today for at least another 6 months.
It is so funny to watch the Trump supporters and the Republicans melt down over Tucker Carlson getting fired from Fox News.
Tucker Carlson is out at Fox News. Couldn't have happened to a better guy.
Fox News Media and Tucker Carlson have agreed to part ways.
Fox News has severed bow ties with Tucker Carlson after all these years.
They evaluated whether or not Trump's tweets violated Twitter policy. They said no, we could just label it as incitement to violence anyway to get the job done.
Donald Trump's Twitter account just got suspended. Now, the first thing that we need to note is that this is very, very funny.
And even with Twitter, you cannot find actual evidence of any direct government censorship of any lawful speech.
Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg claims he was pressured by the White House to censor content related to COVID-19 during the pandemic.
And direct law enforcement to counter this extremism. We will hold social media platforms accountable.
And when you look at what Tucker Carlson and some of these other folks on Fox do, it is very clearly incitement of violence.
There are Americans who are engaged in kind of propaganda, and whether they should be civilly or criminally charged would be a better deterrent.
Stop Tucker Carlson from going on tonight now that he's seen how he's perverted and slying the truth.
I think we need to push back on this. There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our...
TikTok, applesauce.
Trippy's gonna do something for me for just a moment while I find my link. It disappeared.
Would you like me to play a random funny video?
Yes, please play something for the people. I'm trying to find my Tylenol murders thing that I lost when I had to restart.
I'll hook you up, and I know that the chat is gonna love it. Let's see.
All right, thank you.
Share. Yep. I know it's one of your favorites too.
Oh God, help us. All right.
Little Harry Potter fan over there that Nova is. That's
Oh
ready.
gosh, yeah, so much me, yes.
Do. Background music too loud.
Here, let me help you.
It's a stereo show. It's just stereo show. No, loud.
Hey, you! I didn't know you were up. I didn't know you were back here. What happened? Oh, he's getting my attention.
Yeah.
He's getting my attention. Okay.
I'm ready when you are.
Copy. Link.
School of Thought Lady, I'm ready when you are. If you want to play this while you're busy.
Sorry. I keep forgetting you can't control it.
There you go.
Oh, God. What a dork. Oh my gosh. Did I just watch that? Did I just watch that? Yeah.
He's fan of beatbox, and then he's a big fan of Harry Potter.
The vertical layout with guests sucks, don't it? I'm gonna have to make a different one. Last time I did this.
It does, but you can manage it. It's all right.
Yes, well, I know, but still. Okay, take that off. How do I take this off? Take this off. Take that off.
No problem. Boop.
Thank you. All right. Here we go, ladies and gents, for all things oddities and strange and conspiratorial for October. My favorite time of the year. Thank you for the background change.
This episode is brought to you by the Murder Mystery Box Hunt a Killer. Stay until the end to learn how you can solve a murder from the comfort of your own home.
You wouldn't want to get dirty while you're...
What is happening, boys and geeks? My name is John Solo, and let me be the first and only person to welcome you to our new series, Messed Up Murders, a show where I'll be deep diving into some of the darkest parts of crime history and relaying the most horrifying stories I can find to you. Our world is obviously
I would do it if I had
I think that's more obvious now than it has been for a while. So I had a lot of choices when it came to what case I should talk about first. There were a few that I was considering, but the one that stuck out to me most, partly because it took place alarmingly close to where I sit right now, was the case of the Chicago Tylenol murders, a series of random killings in 1982 that not only resulted in 7 innocent people throughout the Chicago suburbs dying under mysterious circumstances, but also changed the way that our entire country handles and packages medications to this day. If you haven't heard about the Tylenol murders, then brace yourself because you're in for a roller coaster of a story. And even if you have heard of it, just sit tight because you're about to learn a whole lot more about it. As always, before we jump into it, make sure you drop a like to show the new series some love. That way I know that you want to see more of these, and subscribe to have more messed up content delivered to your sub box every week. And now, without further ado, let's dive in.
Where the hell is everything?
So this horror story starts at 7 a.m. on September 28th, 1982, when 12-year-old Mary Kellerman wakes up in her Hillsborough home complaining about a sore throat and runny nose. Her parents let her stay home from school that day and told her to get some rest. However, before going back to bed, she goes to the bathroom. After a few minutes, her father knocks on the bathroom door to check on her, only to hear a loud thud on the other side.
You didn't have it before. There it is.
He sees his daughter collapsed on the ground. Her parents immediately call 911, and paramedics start treating her mere seconds after they arrive, but nothing was working.
There we go.
She appeared to be in massive cardiac arrest. They take her to the hospital hoping that there's something or someone there that can help, but by 10 a.m. that same day, Mary Kellerman is pronounced dead. This is only the beginning, though. Just hours later, at 12 p.m. in a neighboring suburb, Arlington Heights, 27-year-old postal worker Adam Janus wasn't feeling good, so he took a Tylenol and laid down for a nap. See, it was his anniversary that day, and he was planning on cooking a...
Now, I don't remember any of this stuff, okay? From what I understand, there wasn't any real seals and stuff on the containers back then.
Nope.
So that would stand to reason why there'd be so much tampering.
It's just a cap.
Do you remember any of this stuff, Ben? Or
yeah.
Do you have anything you want to talk about on it that maybe other people don't know about, or it's not listed in here?
Oh, it's been a long time since I, wouldn't, remember that, but I remember it was, national news. And like you said, they didn't have the packaging and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you think it was a person, or do you think they were?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I believe I don't recall real clearly, but I thought they had found the person that did it.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I may be mistaken, but I mean.
Maybe. I don't think they did. I don't think anybody was ever actually charged. Okay. I think they had a suspect, but I don't think they were ever able to. Might have been it. Yeah.
Nice steak meal for his family, so he wanted to rest up now to make sure he was feeling up to it later. Only a few minutes after he laid down,
I'm lagging so bad, so when I hit play, it takes like 3 seconds before it kicks in. What did you say? I'm sorry.
No, I was thinking I had heard that it was like somebody involved in like the factory or the distribution place, somebody that was on the inside that was doing it or something.
I think it was I think they were accusing somebody in the factory, but I don't remember. So
daughter went to his room and saw him turning blue, and she went and told her mom, who in turn called 911. Adam is then rushed to the hospital for what appears to be a heart attack, and like Mary Kellerman, he's pronounced dead only a few hours later. On his anniversary,
welcome in. I like your name.
Wife in that situation, where the day she agreed to spend the rest of her life with the man she loves is also the day that he died. And I promise you, it gets so much worse, because only 4 hours later, at 5 p.m. that same day, Stanley and Teresa Janus, Adam's brother and sister-in-law, arrive at the house to console his family. Unfortunately, though, because of all the emotions and stress, Stanley and Teresa both end up getting headaches, so they take Tylenol. Stanley's niece Monica, who was a child at the time, described what happened next. She said Stanley stepped out of the bathroom, grabbed himself by the chest, said, "Oh my God, my heart," and collapsed to the ground, foaming at the mouth. The same paramedics who responded to Adam show up and are bewildered at the fact that the same exact thing.
Foaming at the mouth is usually an indication of cyanide.
Yep.
Is happening a second time at the same house. And just when they think it can't get any more strange, Stanley's wife also collapses on the ground in the middle of them treating him. Stanley was pronounced dead that same day, and Teresa died 2 days later. So 3 people in one family all die within 72 hours of each other, and the medical examiner can't even explain why. So thinking it may be some sort of new virus, they quarantine the rest of the Janus siblings in the hospital and observe them. But while all this is going down, even more people are falling victim to these mysterious deaths. For one, there was Paula Prince, who was was a flight attendant staying in Chicago for a few days and died alone in a hotel room after taking Tylenol she bought at a Walgreens. One of the more fucked up parts of that is her body wasn't found until after she missed her next flight. 2 days later. I hear the smell was phenomenal. Another woman, Mary Reiner, was at her home in Winfield with her mother-in-law after giving birth to her 4th child when she suddenly got violently nauseous and collapsed to the floor. By the time the paramedics arrived, she was already unresponsive and was pronounced dead at the hospital a few hours later. Then there's Mary McFarland.
Did they say if she was single or not? Did they say single mom?
I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it either, so I was curious. If it's a single mom, I feel bad for them kids.
A lot of Marys involved in this case. Originally from Elmhurst, she was working at the Yorktown Mall when she started to complain about a headache and took some Tylenol. She collapsed on the ground a few minutes later. A coworker called 911. Mary was taken to the hospital and she died around 9 p.m. that same night.
Well, welcome in, not sure. He says, medical examiner, yep, he's dead. I find it kind of odd that the medical examiner says we can't figure this out. I mean, I know it's the 1980s, but it's not the 1910s. You know what I mean? Like what's going on?
So in less than a week, 7 people, many of whom were unconnected, died under mysterious circumstances, and investigators were baffled at what could be causing this. However, thanks to some rather astute investigators and medical staff, an explanation was found before too long, and it resulted in panic sweeping the entire country.
And sweeping Chicago.
Hey kids, who's ready to learn about cyanide? Not to spoil it for you, but yeah, cyanide's involved. The way they figured that out, though, is really interesting. See, one of the paramedics who went to the Janices when they were all dropping like flies called up former nurse Helen Jensen and asked if she could investigate their house to find a possible cause. It does seem weird to me that someone who no longer works at a hospital and has no ties to the police department would be allowed to access the house, but I guess it was the 80s, so it was fine. The police took her right over, and after digging through the refrigerator, medicine cabinets, and trash, she found a receipt for Tylenol. Then she found the bottle of Tylenol, counted out all the pills, and noticed that only 6 were missing, the exact amount that 3 people would take. And intuition said right there that this was the cause of the deaths. The containers were both given to the police for testing, but due to the symptoms of the victims, the medical examiner already had a feeling that cyanide was involved before the results came back. Because cyanide is an asphyxiant, meaning it cuts off your respiratory system, victims usually report a headache, dizziness, and confusion mere minutes after being poisoned, and this lined up exactly with what happened to the victims. The examiner called the investigator that night and told him to smell the Tylenol containers, and when he said they smelled like almonds, they both knew what was up, because apparently cyanide smells like almond.
Cyanide can also make you start vomiting. Any comments, gentlemen?
Yes, I guess. I don't really.
No.
What am I going to say? No, it doesn't. Like this.
I don't know. Just you got anything to say? I'm positive for everybody.
It smells like sour almonds, like rotted ones or ones that are old.
I've never smelt it to know for sure, but I know about it, but I've never smelt it. And whoever smelt it,
sniffing so many almonds.
And
I don't know.
Whoever smelt it dealt it. That's all I gotta say.
You ever eat raw almonds? Smell like cyanide. No, I'm just kidding.
Not really.
I'm just still wondering why nobody noticed like all the spilled bottles of Tylenol lying around, because evidently they died like within or they passed out or whatever, fell down like really fast after they took it.
Yeah.
Right. I think there was even a case involved when I watched the documentary on this. I watched one of the documentaries on this, and they said that like the one family or whatever, the one of the people got sick, fell down. I think he mentioned it here, but I don't know if he, went into detail about how the bottle was, moved, and then somebody else ended up taking from the same bottle, and then they also got sick. Because it's multiple people in the same family. I know he mentioned that part, but has he gotten to any part where they talk about how it happened in different states?
I don't think so. No, I think he's getting into it now.
Okay.
Or almonds smell like cyanide. I don't know what came first. Anyway, more tests were done. Traces of cyanide were found in all of the victims' bodies, as well as the Tylenol containers, and investigators soon found that each pill the victim swallowed contained 1,000 times the dose necessary to kill someone, which I'm pretty sure we can all agree is a little excessive. After all this, the public had to be informed, and you can imagine how much fun that process was. Because it was back in the 80s, and therefore long before the days of Amber Alerts and flood warnings being sent right to your phone and waking you up at 3 a.m., they had to utilize some interesting methods. Warnings were issued through news outlets, police went door to door collecting people's Tylenol, and both fire trucks and police cruisers drove down the street with loudspeakers ordering people not to take Tylenol. It was a wild time, but you've got to give props to Johnson.
I wonder if there was a large class action suit behind this, or if that's before class. It's probably before class action suits, wouldn't you think? I think so.
I don't know. It was only the 80s, so I would imagine that you could have done it.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, law hasn't changed that drastically since, 1983, I think is when this happened. Am I wrong on that? Star, do you know? Was it 1983?
I think it was 1984, but it could have been 83. Oh. See, what does he put on here real quick? Let's look.
I can also chat GTP it, apparently.
Yeah, but sometimes they have it. He doesn't even have the dates in here. I think it's 19. I think you're right. I think it is 1983.
Yeah.
Potato potato. I'm sorry. Say that again.
I was like 11 or 12 then.
ChatGPT says 1982, October of 1982.
Oh wow!
Didn't realize how close we were to the right month. We should have waited a few days.
Is it on your birthday? If it's on your birthday,
no, it just says October. Doesn't say
you caused it.
Yeah. Like how many years before? 4 years before I was born. I did it.
That's right. You did.
5 years.
I saw you do it.
Yeah, 5 years. Sorry.
Prove you're just a cartoon avatar anyway. You'd have to prove it. You could be older.
It didn't exist because the internet wasn't a thing.
Neither was Adobe.
Offered $100,000 to anyone who could give them information about the person behind the attacks. They recalled 31 million bottles of the stuff and even tested 1.5 million bottles themselves. In total, the event cost Johnson & Johnson over $100 million, but in the end, it was worth it. They found 3 more unopened bottles that had cyanide in them. One of them was in a person's medicine cabinet, one was still on a store shelf, and a third was bought but then returned. Talk about some close calls. Part of that $100 million price tag is also from the company redesigning containers to be tamper-proof. In other words, they were now sealed and harder to open instead of just having a cotton ball in there and that's it. And they also introduced a new kind of pill called the caplet, where the contents couldn't so easily be opened up and replaced with something else.
Since they are made in the solid form, they say it would be impossible to adulterate them without destroying the product.
The experts who all thought this debacle would be the end of the company all went on to praise them for how they handled the situation. The stock returned to its normal price, and Tylenol went back to being a bestseller only 2 short months after the killings. Doesn't it just warm your heart when you hear about a corporation doing the right thing for once? I feel like every other day now I'm reading stories about companies secretly using slave labor or pouring toxic waste into panda habitats or feeding orphans to the wealthy elite so they can live longer. So this was actually pretty refreshing to hear. Back to the investigation,
this is refreshing.
Harder than you might expect to figure out how these containers were being tampered with. Because Tylenol makes so many stops between being manufactured and distributed, there were a multitude of places it could have happened. However, after it was discovered that each victim bought the drug at different stores and the containers involved came from manufacturers in different states, the police ruled out assembly line tampering relatively quickly. This led them to theorize the perpetrator was just stealing bottles right off the shelf from stores around the metropolitan area, lacing them and quietly returning them to the shelf later. So now that the cause of the deaths was discovered and the proper warnings were issued to the public, the police now had to find the man responsible for these heinous crimes, and as you might expect, this proved to be quite the challenge.
I think it was John Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Yes, the serial killer.
His name is my name too.
Yes. Yeah. Same name as you?
Yeah, John Jingleheimer Schmidt.
I feel an anonymous phone call coming on.
So
anyways,
I've gotten to the bottom of it. I know exactly how me and you and Ben can poison Tylenol. Never mind.
What?
What? Huh? You're on stream. Shush. No felonies
I don't
on stream.
know it. I no speak English.
It just takes a hypodermic. Never mind.
Huh?
What? Nothing.
I don't know anything of that. I don't know this man at all.
I like how they said that the stock just rebounded like really fast.
Yeah,
because people were like, you know what, man? I got a headache.
That doesn't mean you're going to. It's fine. Take the Tylenol. You'll be all right.
Exactly. That's how we were back then. We were tough. We were like, we're going to handle a little bit of cyanide. That's fine. It's part of our everyday diet. We can just do this.
With your good faith seals on your packaging. Yes, your good faith. That everybody's honest.
Exactly.
Like, you don't need to lock your doors either. That's why,
If you survived hose water, you can survive this.
Yes. Your immune system will kick over everything.
Man, they had back in the 80s, they had Jason, Michael Myers was running around, cyanide medication. I think Freddy Krueger. How did anybody
Freddy
survive?
Krueger?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger. I think possibly a little guy that went by the name Chucky, Charles Lee Ray, and these guys all survived.
Do you guys remember, like in the '90s, people putting razor blades and stuff in the Halloween candy? Do you remember that stuff?
Did you know that story was told and they never actually found any razor blades in anything?
They did in California. I don't know what they did in Michigan, but they did a few times in California.
I heard that they never actually found it, so I'd have to look it up to make sure. But in Halloween 2, right, the Michael Myers movie, there actually is a scene where there's a kid, because that whole movie Halloween 2 takes place in a hospital, right?
Yes.
There's a scene in there where there's a kid being rushed into the hospital by his mom, and he has a razor blade sticking out of his tongue. And some people think that that's how the rumor started.
No, that's not how it started. There were at least in California, there was kids who were getting their mouths cut up from it and going to the hospital. So, and I remember that shit. So it was legit. At least over there it was. I don't know about anywhere else. Spittlebuggy wants meth again. If Spittlebuggy wants meth, then I have to give Spittlebuggy what Spittlebuggy wants.
Meth is for kids. Try new Methios. They're magically delicious.
Have a nice little siesta afterward. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I looked it up, Star, and it says there have been isolated reports and urban legends about razor blades or other harmful objects being found in Halloween candy, but these cases are extremely rare and often unsubstantiated. Most incidences are hoaxes or exaggerations. The vast majority of Halloween treats are safe, and such occurrences are not common. Always inspect candy before consumption.
You got to be careful. We're talking about 30-something years
Never happened.
ago.
It never happened.
Let's listen to the news tell us things never happened. I was there. Thank you very much.
It never happened.
It was on all the local news.
But they lied to you. It was fake news. Fake news.
Fake news.
Everything woke turns to shit. Okay.
Yes.
Fake news.
Everything woke turns to shit. Yes, it does.
Fake news.
Hey,
Fake
Blood.
News,
nice to have you in here.
You got 39 people watching.
We got 39. Rock and roll,
never
baby.
Put your damn donation links in the chat. You never even think about it.
I have Nightbot. Is Nightbot not working?
Apparently not. No, I haven't seen it come up once.
Ah, son of a gun. All right. All right. Okay. Everyone who's lurking about it in chat, we've got 30-something people watching. Thank you for joining the teacher at School of Thought. Please remember to like and to subscribe.
I might be able to get Nightbot to kick on. Let me try.
Well, you do that. I want to get more
So
copies.
after these deaths were all ruled as murders, the local police and soon enough the FBI began to hunt for the person responsible. But because of the very strange nature of the crime, they had to cast a wide net. Police considered psychiatric patients released around the area, previous shoplifters of the stores the Tylenol was.
Fu Manchu just gave me an excellent comment. Fu Manchu, you didn't say one word about my boobs. Thank you very much. This channel seems good. Some logical thinking actually happens. Yes, I get pretty based, and sometimes I rip into people. So stay tuned. More to come.
Bought from disgruntled employees of both drugstores and Johnson & Johnson, and even a white-collar crime syndicate who was intent on tanking the company's stocks. Unfortunately, none of these leads nor the thousands of tips the FBI received on their hotline really went anywhere. But 6 days after the final poisoning, on October 5th, 1982, Johnson & Johnson received an extortion letter that read as follows.
Gentlemen, as you can see, it is easy to place cyanide, both potassium and sodium, into capsules sitting in store shelves. And since the cyanide is inside the gelatin, it is easier to get buyers to swallow the bitter pill. Another beauty is that cyanide operates quickly. It takes so very little, and there will be no time to take countermeasures. If you don't mind the publicity of these little capsules, then do nothing. So far. Okay, I feel like I'm educating people on how to be a serial killer, and I kind of don't like that sensation right now. But we're gonna finish it. Huh?
Look at your phone.
Look at my phone?
And also click 51 for me. Yeah.
51.
So
what are we talking about?
just look at your phone. Anyways, being all bossy. She's gonna hold me after class.
What am I looking for? Am I looking for my texts? What am I doing?
Here, keep looking at your phone. How about that? Did anything come through?
Yeah. Access
27.
to something. What the fuck is this?
27.
Come on.
I can sign into
Oh, now I see what you're doing. You got logged out of my. You got logged out.
I did not.
You
Anyways,
liar. Yeah.
that was just a little aside. I'm totally not doing things that will ruin everything for you.
I know.
I've spent less than $50 and it takes me less than 10 minutes per bottle. If you want to stop the killing,
man.
wire $1 million
Didn't
to
let me in.
account 8449597 at Continental Illinois Bank in Chicago.
What's the
Illinois.
number?
Don't attempt to involve
52.
the FBI or local authorities with this letter. A couple of phone calls by me will undo anything you can possibly do.
Weird
Well
flex,
done.
but okay. So the FBI looked up that account number and weirdly enough saw that it belonged to a company, Lakeside Travel. Then the police interviewed the employees about the note to see
Might
if they
be
knew
stuck in a
anyone who
loop.
could have sent it. And here's where shit gets real
Got it.
crazy, because one of them actually recognized the handwriting to belong to Robert Richardson, the husband of a former employee. But as it turns out, that was only his alias. Robert Richardson's real name was James Lewis, and this man had a...
Dude, he's wearing those glasses. Does anybody notice he's wearing the serial killer glasses?
Yes, he's wearing the cereal.
He's got the beard. He's got like the Unabomber almost looking hair and stuff. Like this guy's a living, walking, breathing stereotype.
Thank you, Spittle. Thank you.
Thank you, Spittle. What are we doing? Trippy has better
boobs.
boobs. Hey,
Yeah.
Spittle. That's not nice. You're gonna make me cry.
sketchy past, to say the least. To start, he was a diagnosed catatonic schizophrenic, though he later claimed that was only to avoid the draft. He allegedly chased his mother with an axe when he was 19, and in 1978, only 4 years prior to the Tylenol murders, he was charged and acquitted with the murder of his neighbor, Raymond West. What's really fucked up about that last one is that Raymond's dismembered remains were found in his own attic, and Lewis's fingerprints were found at the scene. But the judge ruled the authorities' searching of West's house was illegal, and the police forgot to read Lewis his Miranda rights, so the charges were dropped. Not because he was innocent, but because the police didn't have the proper paperwork.
I'm sorry.
Ooh,
it sounds like,
dirty.
it sounds like a dirty fucking judge to me.
It does.
That's a dirty judge. Now you got me wondering if this was on purpose. We've got stocks going back up. We've got things happening in the news. We've got supposed judicial issues happening. This sounds like like it's been staged to me.
You'll be happy to hear, though, the FBI used the stamp on the extortion letter to track Lewis to New York, and while it took 3 months to actually find him, he was eventually arrested after being spotted at a library. So at this point, you would normally think, okay, they caught the Tylenol murderer. Job well done, boys. But it's actually not that simple. See, James Lewis did admit he wrote the letter, but he insisted he was not responsible for the poisonings. He was allegedly just trying to frame his wife's former boss for something I couldn't actually...
This guy's a psycho. Okay, Spittle said, I did not read the best part of the comment, so my apologies. I shall read it again to satisfactory. Trippy has far better boobs at School of Thought, tiny and painted with jelly beans.
That's true.
That's pretty good.
That's
You're
true.
right. You're right. I didn't read the last good part. I'm sorry.
My boobs are jelly bean flavored and painted.
Yes, of course they are. And you've
I know,
got
just to make sure. I
you've got
taste them myself.
Don't you have a piercing, a candy piercing in one of them? I thought you did. No?
No, that's way further down than my nipples. Anyway.
Oh. Ben, you let me know about that. You can inspect that Prince Albert and let me know.
No.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
we
on
would
his
have to
side.
entirely redefine the nature of our relationship, and I'm not ready to
His
do
side
that.
here. Yeah.
Redefining the terms. Well, wait. How about we throw that inspection duty to Fu Manchu and blood? Yeah.
Choke me, Devil Daddy. Choke me.
Uh-huh.
And as unbelievable as you may find that, and trust me when I say the FBI felt the same way, Lewis had a frustratingly airtight alibi. For one, there was no concrete picture or video evidence linking him to the
thank
stores
you.
where the
Good
containers
turnout
were
for
bought,
500
mostly because it was
subs. Thank you.
1982, and the technology just wasn't available yet. They did manage to pick up one image of a bearded fella who sort of resembles James Lewis at the Walgreens that one of the containers were bought at, but the quality was so trash they couldn't be sure it was him. Another complication was that there was no fingerprints on the bottles, and DNA evidence just wasn't advanced enough yet to do any real good. And lastly, Lewis and his wife bought Amtrak tickets to New York 25 days before the attacks even happened and were there until several months after. So he couldn't have been in Chicago tampering with the bottles at that time. As a result, the FBI had no choice but to let Lewis off the hook for the murders, though he did go on to be found guilty for extortion and was sentenced to 20 years in prison, 13 of which he served before being released on parole. And what's especially strange, as if the situation wasn't already strange enough, is that while Lewis was in prison, he reached out to the FBI to help them in their investigation and went as far as drawing diagrams for possible methods the killer could have used to tamper with the capsules. The only reason the FBI even gave him a chance to help was because they hoped that if they talked to him enough that he would eventually slip up. But instead, they got to the point where he decided he didn't want to talk anymore, and to this day, they still don't have any definitive evidence linking him to the murders. This is also despite the police searching his home again after the case was reopened in 2009, and he and his wife submitting their DNA and fingerprints for testing as late as 2010 when the technology had improved significantly. Now, at this point, you might be thinking,
wow,
I agree. That's some wild stuff.
that's some wild stuff.
You saw that the picture that they showed, how blurry it was, the security game footage of the guy in the pharmacy. That thing was like somebody took their thumb and just wiped right across the picture. Like we can't do anything.
Smeared.
Now somebody out there
videos.
Say that again.
It's like those fuzzy Bigfoot videos. They never get a clear shot. It's always fuzzy.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that maybe Bigfoot itself is actually like visibly, like when you see it in person, it is actually blurry. There's a large blurry beast running around the woods, everyone.
It matches all those blurry shadows that you almost see but never can quite catch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody get those shadows walking around and cross vision, and when you look, it's gone?
Those might be ghosts.
It might be it might be dead relatives.
That had jelly bean boobies.
Jelly bean boob ghost.
Yes, jelly bean, whatever flavor you like.
Jelly bean boob ghost.
Yes.
Probably black jelly beans, because ghosts love NyQuil and black licorice.
Maybe we should come out with like some type of edible
The jelly bean boob ghost. Can you say that 5 times fast?
Jelly bean boob ghost? Is that what you said?
Jelly bean boob ghost. No, not really that fast.
Jelly bean boob ghost. Listening to you fucked me up.
Jelly bean boob ghost. Jelly bean boob ghost. Jelly bean boob ghost. Jelly bean boob ghost.
All right.
I did it. That ought to make the algorithm happy about this live stream.
so now what?
Yeah,
James
right.
Lewis wasn't the one responsible for the attacks. Did they ever find the person who was? Unfortunately, the answer is no, though there were a few other suspects that make for interesting cases. One of whom was Tyler Kaczynski, who you may know as the Unabomber.
Holy shit.
The dickhead who sent bombs to people through the mail in the 70s and 80s. Both of these crimes were similar in nature, and the bomber's parents actually lived in Lombard, which was right next to where the Tylenol killings happened, so there was a connection there. Lombard is also where I got this tattoo done, by the way. Another weird connection was that for some reason, Kaczynski was obsessed with wood, and 2 of the 3 founders of Johnson & Johnson have the middle name Wood. So for a minute, the FBI was even considering that as his motivation. But in the end, anything linking him to the poisonings was just conjecture, and he was sentenced to life in prison for the bombings anyway. Now, there's one last guy I gotta mention before I wrap this up. Not because I think he could have been behind it all, but just because of how bizarre this story is. Roger Arnold, a 48-year-old Illinois resident, apparently made suspicious comments about the Tylenol murders at a bar, and the bar owner, Marty Sinclair, which I'm pretty sure has to be your name if you own a bar, reported him to the police. For a
Marty
short time,
Sinclair.
Arnold became the unwanting target of media attention, causing him to have a nervous breakdown, which he blamed on Sinclair and wanted revenge. One night, he walked up to a man outside the bar who he thought was Sinclair, said, "You turned me in," shot him in the chest, and drove away. Sadly, the man who shot and who later died was not Sinclair, but John Stanisha, a totally random bystander who didn't know either of them. Arnold went on to be convicted of murder in January of 1984 and served 15 years of his 30-year sentence.
Why
They still deemed him not the killer.
Why do all these people have giant rap sheets?
Well, that was the guy that he was like #1 suspect for the Tylenol murders for a minute, and then he did that while the court case was going on. He shot that guy, and then they still deemed him not the guy who committed the Tylenol killings. But he still had to do a bunch of years in jail. But
yeah, for other
you know
stuff.
what I mean?
Yeah.
They were like, "Well, he definitely didn't do it. He kills people with guns, not Tylenol."
Let's read Spittle's comment, because Spittle is educated. Amoxicillin was originally used in combination with other pain meds in tiny amounts to prevent swelling from injections. Well, that's good to know. How did it end up being a major household consumer pain reliever, though? It's kind of what I'm curious, but
I got Nightbot working.
you got Nightbot. Thank you. I did not realize that Nightbot wasn't working, but there's been more updates. I should have.
It was it was unjoined. Like it wasn't joined to the channel, so that's why I had to have you put in security codes.
I thought he said he had his night pot working.
I would have been, are they gummies?
Night pot full of jelly bean boob ghosts.
Yes. Give me 1 second to do a small plug. If you would like to give towards me getting the new computer and a new webcam, there's the dono link, and I much appreciate it. So there it is for PayPal.
That's a good idea. Holy crap. My birthday's coming up, so I might have to I might actually ask the audience to help me get a new webcam, because I can get one of those ones that captures my whole torso.
Oh.
You know? So then when I put my arm up in real life, my arms will follow as a robot. I mean, as a clown bot. Clown, my puppet.
Okay.
I started to stutter. Stuttery, bluttery.
Yes, his birthday is coming up. Happy birthday to the clown.
Not
Hanka,
until the
Hanka.
4th.
Yes.
I'm holding on to this 37 for the next few days, and then I'll 38 it on Saturday. And I'm doing a stream too. Everybody's invited.
You're already 38.
I think Sarah's going to join the stream. I'm hoping AP can.
Sarah the Raging Tomato, AP from Late Night with Adonis Paul.
Adonis Paul, that's right.
Let's say properly so people will know.
Adonis Paul and the Raging Tomato, and maybe we can get them guys to get together, and maybe they could do. No, I mean not like that chat, but I mean online, and then we can cross the streams. That's what I'll call it. I'll call it crossing the streams, right? And then
Cross streams, yes.
We will introduce the Raging Tomato to original IBSers, the Internet Blood Sporters, and we'll get this going.
Very cool. You know, don't cross the streams. Do you know where that comes from? I could tell you where it comes
Ghostbusters.
from. Oh my gosh, he actually flipping knew. Can you believe
I
it?
know a lot more about the Ghostbusters than you. They fought jelly bean boob ghosts.
Yeah.
They did.
At least once in the animated series.
I was going to say, it's going to be animated.
And they kicked its ass.
Yep, they came, they saw, they kicked its ass. They dropped cigarettes when Slimer came after him, you know. Bill Murray.
Kicked ass and took names, or is it take names and kick ass? I can't remember.
I'm here to chew bubble gum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
I'm here to spank. Get in a line.
Yeah, I just watched They Live not long ago. People think that it comes from Duke Nukem because he stole that, or they used that line in the game.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, it's They Live. It's a reference.
Oh, yeah.
This lag is absolutely just flipping kick.
We definitely need to meet up Tomato and Adonis Paul.
Panelverse.
Explode.
I think you should call it Panelverse. We're using your term, Uncle Guns. We're stealing it from you. I don't know if
people have been calling it the Panelverse for a minute because everybody goes
I'm newer to YouTube, so to me it's newer. So there we go.
You ain't that dang on new.
Going on 2 years is pretty new compared to most of you. Yeah.
You know what?
Panelverse?
Look at you. Look you up there. You're not that new.
You want to
You've
fight?
been doing this for like a year.
You want to fight?
All right, we'll fight.
I'll win.
This. I got a weapon.
Don't make me pull out my Glock.
All right, fine. I'll start off the fight with this.
You want my Springfield too?
I got an axe. I got a machete.
I got
I have a clown gun. All I need is
Oh.
this bag of clown food.
You know what? Let's see what I have in my little Pipsy. I can't show stuff online, but I could pull this one out here. Here's one of my other ones that I keep on me. You want to play? Want to play?
Yeah, well, I'll bring this. This will be my weapon. I'll bring my weapon.
What?
My
Yeah?
weapon floppy.
You gonna slap people in the face with that? Put them down?
Smack. Look at that. I
Yeah.
can roll it.
P. Fletch, welcome back in. You did not miss much. We're going to finish up this video. We're making stupid comments.
Me. Now, as for any evidence that actually linked him to the poisonings, he did work at the same Jewel warehouse as victim Mary Reiner's father, and Adam Janus bought Tylenol at a Jewel convenience store, but he didn't have any connection to the other victims, so those were ruled to be coincidences. When searching his home, detectives found how-to crime manuals, proving that he at the very least minored in crime, potassium cyanate, and chemistry equipment, but there were no traces of cyanide found anywhere, so he couldn't be charged. It sucks to say that to this day, we still haven't found the guy responsible for taking 7 innocent lives using one of the most cowardly and disgusting methods.
Excuse me, Star.
What's even worse?
No, I'm sorry. What? Yes?
That guy missed the detail. The dude that they found cyanide and Tylenol capsules at that guy's house, and they still didn't convict him.
Tell me that this isn't a hired gun. Tell me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they found cyanide and Tylenol capsules at that man's house and bottles, by the way. And they were still like, you know what? He probably didn't do it. I don't think it was him. It was like
no, it couldn't have been him.
Because like he watches The View or something like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know if that was necessarily. Yeah.
Bama Law says that video of pharmacy looked like someone licked the camera. I agree with you. And I love Bama Law. You know why I love Bama Law? Because Bama acknowledged the fact that I knew something about Hollywood and contracts and how that shit actually works. Thank you, buddy, for rejoining.
Right.
I appreciate you.
Hell yeah. Y'all in the chat trying to get on Nova's a good side.
They are on my good side. No one is getting spanked right now. Blood is talking about circumstantial. Aristocrat handbook. Yeah. John says aristocratic handbook. Yeah, I go with that. There's a lot of suspicious stuff going on anymore, and I don't trust any of it anymore, to be honest with you.
They inspired 270 cases of copycat crimes around the U.S.
Wow.
People filled pills with poison and hydrochloric acid. And that same year, parents reported finding pins and razor blades in their kids' Halloween candy. So not only is this guy responsible for seals being added under the
just
lids
an urban legend, huh, Clown?
We wouldn't have to deal with Karens on Facebook.
What?
Urban legend there, huh, Clown, about things being in the candy and the razor blades too.
Urban legend. What do you mean?
It's real. It's real.
I missed what he said.
Happening. Oh my goodness! Somebody slapped him.
I missed what he said.
170 cases of copycat crimes around the U.S. where people filled pills with poison and hydrochloric acid. And that same year, parents reported finding pins and razor blades in their kids' Halloween candy.
What?
Yeah, and they weren't real cases. It was a bunch of hysteria and bullshit. That doesn't mean it happened. People reported it, but did any kids get hurt? No. Did anybody actually find anything? We have no evidence to prove
California. I was.
No, they weren't. No.
I am going to mute you. That's what I'm going to do.
It never happened, guys. The internet told me so, okay?
Oh, God. Yes, the internet told you that the God of all information, nothing's ever.
No. I really, truly believe that you're lying.
Right. Right.
So not only is this guy responsible for seals being added under the lids of some consumables, if it weren't for him, we wouldn't have to deal with Karens on Facebook warning parents every year to check their kids' Halloween candy for razor blades and edibles. As if anyone would waste their precious edibles on ruining a kid's Halloween. Think before you share. Anyway, while we're on the subject of murders getting away with it.
Edibles cost money. Who's going to
Yeah, like nobody's putting, I don't know, Roger Jolly's Holly Jolly candy to make you high in anybody's candy bag, because like that's a waste of money, the waste of good edibles.
Weed. Just say it. Waste of good weed. Just say it.
There are a lot of amphetamines. This pot amphetamines, yes.
You got your uppers and your downers, like what Whitney Houston said, a good old speedball for everybody on Halloween night. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
And Elvis probably too.
And Elvis probably. Yeah, while he was on the
black
toilet.
Molly's over there.
Yeah, while he was on the toilet, yes.
Apparently he had trays of drugs that he had to take that were prescribed to him by doctors, and Elvis didn't take them for a full week. And then one day they went to go check on him, and he was in the bathroom, and the tray of drugs from the entire week was missing.
Is that true?
That's what they say. But it's probably as true as razor blades being in candy. Star's lying. I'm just playing. I'm playing. I don't really believe that you're lying. I believe it happened, but I think it's funny the internet tells us that it was all just.
You gotta
bullshit.
be careful. I can draw really well, and I might just animate me with a baseball bat beating you, bludgeonly.
Many weapons.
Just as a cut in. Boom, boom, boom. Shut up. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I want to take a moment to thank this week's oddly appropriate sponsor that's going to be right up your alley if you enjoyed this video, Hunt-A-Killer. As wild and interesting as today's story was.
Okay, enough of this guy. I've had enough of this guy. All right, so we're peaking incongruent viewers right now. Do you have something you want to throw at me so we don't lose the momentum? I'm looking to stay on another at least half an hour. Go, Clown, go!
What do you mean? What do you need me to do? Do I need another video?
We need a video. Give me a video. You got a video? Anybody got a video that's worth a shit that I can show everybody?
I've got too many, so like, give me a hot second here, and I'll find something. Let me just whip something up for you. Let's see. This is your channel. There's a girl that hosts it. We'll do something a little cute. I don't think this video has any sound, but I got one. Don't worry.
Okay.
I got one.
Let me remove this one. I don't know why they make it so damn difficult.
Oops.
Can you present it, or do I have to click it?
You have to.
Oh.
Okay. Like I have to screen share, and then yeah. Oh, it's tiny. That's okay. It's a little kitty cat.
Saying, okay.
And there's no sound, so we can talk over it. But there's this little cat.
Let me read
puts teeth in
Kokomo.
his mouth.
Kokomo says, dare I ask what jelly bean boob ghosts are?
Well, I put it as a poll in the chat.
Just put it in the chat. Yeah, that's great.
It's a poll. I put
Look
a poll
what you
up in the
just
chat.
started, Ben. See what
That
you
was Ben.
started? Do you see how easy it is to start shit on here?
Hilarious, man. Yes.
Kokomo, welcoming you in, and anybody else who's lurking about, say something in the chat. We will talk to you. It'll be a good time. All right, hit play. What the heck is that cat wearing?
It already played.
What?
This guy put teeth in that cat's mouth. See?
I didn't see it.
He put little teeth in the kitty's mouth while it was
Oh
sleeping.
my gosh.
His little eyes are off. It's really
please.
each pupil's on the opposite side of the cat's head too. It's weird. There's no sound though.
We are Siamese, if you don't please. That's what that reminds me of.
Yeah.
You know where that comes from?
Star's gonna break out. She's gonna be like, I want to be ninja.
Maybe. Do you know what
And they're
that's?
all
Do you
gonna
know where
call
that
you a
comes from?
racist.
I feel Siamese. Do you know where that comes from?
Not sure. Hey, you want this video?
Fail. Yeah, just put it up there.
Hold on.
It is
It's the wrong one.
from. Hold on, let me tell the audience. It is from Lady is a Tramp. Disney. Okay.
Lady and the Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp. Yes, Lady and the Tramp. Oh God.
The guy has 6 doobies in his nose.
Oh, fuck.
Everybody in the chat, take a puff.
He's gonna need oxygen after this.
Oh, the poor guy. That's great. Up his nose with a rubber hose.
That's crazy.
Oh, God. The average Trippy Cast viewer.
Oh wow. Yeah, this is right.
Blah,
He said, he's not talking anymore. He's just making sounds. Not sure
You
says
may never talk again.
I know, right? Not sure says I broke the thumb off the like button. You may have to jiggle it just a bit. There you go. Let's see. Obama Law says jelly bean boobs equal jelly boobs. No, that sounds bad. Yeah, it does kind of sound bad.
It might sound kind of bad.
It might sound kind of bad.
You can live with it.
You know what? What about that thing I was looking at yesterday about the communist law? I'm going to do a short on this where I'm going to be telling President Trump to reenact the Communist Enactment Act back from 1950s.
The Anti-Communist
The
Act.
Anti-Communist Act. Yes, thank you.
1954.
Yeah, 1954. Thank you.
Yeah, it's illegal to be a full-on communist, and you can't like it's considered like a slight against the country to claim that you're a communist, and others should be too.
You know what?
It goes a little better than that. It's not just like a straight up free speech thing.
Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna. It's a short ass video. It's like 15, 16 minutes long, and then we'll sign off from there. All right, everybody, let's get an education on the Communist Control Act of 1954. Why no one is pushing on this, because I guarantee you, Pelosi and all the rest of the little fucking minions have got nothing but ties to communist money. Boom, baby.
Have you watched the videos I sent you about it?
I have my one video.
I sent you like 4 last night.
I have my one. I'll do a separate one.
We'll talk about it after the stream. You're good.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Oh, it's so tiny.
But the dark on the edge of town has spread to the main roads and highways and neighborhoods.
In 1954, Congress declared open war on communism inside America. They wrote it down. They passed it into law. The Communist Party of the United States was labeled a clear and present danger to the Republic and outlawed. Not to be debated, not to be tolerated, outlawed.
I want to read Bamala. Actually, commies cannot be citizens and can have citizenship revoked if they lie. Yes, it's also on the books that we can legally make fun of them. Does everybody know that public ostracization is, you can do that?
It should be. If they're able to make fun of Christians around the clock and they
No,
say
no,
so many
it's
terrible things about white people.
It's literally on the books that you can ridicule them and ostracize them. Yeah, it's on the books.
You have started. You have.
Oh, honey, you have no idea what I want to start. You got no fucking idea. Let's
can
go.
of
Let's
worms
go.
that I will open
So what the hell
all over
happened?
Facebook.
Today,
will do it.
Marxism, communism, and socialism march openly in our streets and on our campuses. They redefine our words to support their agenda, and then they rebrand it as compassion and equity.
They sure do.
Communist ideology infects our media, our schools, our leaders, and even our laws, all while the firewall that was supposed to stop it gathers dust. This episode is not a call for censorship. It's not a trip down memory lane. It's a warning. It's a reminder. The Communist Control Act is still a law.
He's got static in his mic. It's not the NetStars does.
He does. P. Fledge says, but it's not against the law to be an asshole. No, you're absolutely right. It is not against the law to be an asshole. But it is against the law to do incitement to riots. Huh?
To be a communist asshole.
Yeah, to be a communist asshole and inciting riots and whatnot, yes, it's totally illegal.
It was never repealed, and it might be the one tool that we've forgotten in the fight to reclaim our republic.
Is it against the law to be a whole ass, though?
No.
You're listening to the Subversion Files,
If
where
it
we
was,
expose
we'll be in jail
domestic
for
threats
it.
to our republic. I'm Patriot.
I'm going to read
Subversion Files.
Fu Manchu. Sometimes assholes are sick of seeing the shit repeat itself over and over. They are. Uncle Guns has disdain for people that tie their shmaga incorrectly. I think I said that properly. And then Not Sure says it's against the law to be the whole ass. He said what you did.
Yeah. Well, I read his comment. That's what
Oh, you did? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I was like, Not Sure said it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Your name is Not Sure.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below to join our fight to save American family values. Today, we're discussing the Communist Control Act of 1954. In the shadow of World War II, America saw the rise of a new threat, one that didn't come with bombs or tanks, but with books, speeches, and slogans. That threat was communism. But America wasn't naive. We saw what communism did to Russia. We saw what communism did to Maoist China.
We did. Hi. Holy fuck. Interesting name. So these are the feds. We are not the feds, sir.
We're not feds.
We are not. We are just watching this man's video discuss the Communist Act of 1954 and why nobody's
And
enforcing
we
it.
watched as Eastern European nations fell like dominoes. Passed by both houses of Congress and signed by President Eisenhower, the Communist Control Act of 1954 was designed to strike at the heart of domestic communism, and not just through rhetoric, through federal law.
Yep.
It officially outlawed the Communist Party in the United States. It declared the ideology incompatible with the Constitution.
It is incompatible.
Made it illegal for citizens.
Bamala says this guy would be funnier in a Klan. That's probably a good idea for a skit, but I'm not doing it.
Got you the hood already.
Oh, shush. He goes, and then Holy Fuck says, oh, all right, I believe you. Ronan, welcome in. I will send you a message after this. I have been not around.
It barred communists from labor unions and public sector jobs. It authorized asset seizure of communist organizations. And it denied legal protections to the Communist Party. This law wasn't subtle. It was total political warfare, and it passed with broad bipartisan support. But that was the spirit of the era. Zero tolerance for ideologies that sought to destroy the republic from within. And yet today that ideology hasn't gone away. It's rebranded itself as democratic socialism.
Mm-hmm.
And it marches unopposed in our streets and on the campuses and unopposed by the government. The Communist Control Act wasn't about banning ideas. It wasn't a violation of the First Amendment. It was a national security firewall against organized ideological subversion. The Congress, and indeed the citizens of the time, knew that Soviet-backed movements didn't rely on bullets. They relied on infiltration.
Yep.
They relied on subversion. Communism would rely on education, labor, and the media to infiltrate the culture of our youth.
Seems like that little pattern of things that work is working pretty good, isn't it?
I would suppose so.
Ben, you got anything to say? This is definitely down your aisle.
Now we all owe McCarthy an apology.
Yeah, a little bit.
He'd be having a field day today, wouldn't he?
He would be.
This act was designed to choke off communism and communistic organizations before they could take root. This law didn't ban any rights under the First Amendment. It banned the machinery of subversion. It outlawed the organizations that served a foreign power. It barred communists from holding office. It cut off their funding. It revoked their tax status. And it gave federal agencies the power to investigate and to act upon those investigations. And it worked for a while. The law made no apologies. It named the threat and it pulled the legal trigger.
It did.
Communist Party, it became toxic. Its membership dried up. And the Marxists, they went underground. So if that law still exists, if the Communist Party is still illegal,
what are we
still
doing?
Considered to be a threat, then why isn't the firewall holding? Why aren't we enforcing the Communist Control Act?
That's
coming up in Part B. We're going to
say that again.
I said that's because most of them were in Congress.
That's right.
Yep.
My old man.
Currently.
Here, let me give you a story, Ben. My old man was top third on the West Coast for pallet wood distribution and all that stuff, and handled government contracts and shit. And so he was at a dinner meeting with some judges in California. Now, he was very tied into the judicial system over there. He had everybody in his pocket, including local police stations, okay? He was part of the Watts riots, and he was the only facility that stood. Everything else burnt down around him. That's because that's how well connected he was. And so he was at dinner with one of the guys, and he looked at George, and this is 1958. And he says, the whole country is going socialistic. And George was like, what? That's not possible. That's never going to happen. He goes, oh, no, it's going to happen. Just watch. And when he was getting older on in life, he says, I never thought I would live to see the day that it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. And where it starts is it starts in the judicial system first. They all get in there first, and they get all their cronies and their buddies and everything. And then it works its way from the top down. And that's what we've been doing.
Yep.
Blood says Fabian socialist. Yeah, that's about right.
You guys
follow the trail of silence.
I'm sorry, I did not hear that, Mr. FBI agent Trippycast. What?
You guys didn't even notice my hat.
I just said FBI agent Trippycast. I'm wielding like different things back here. Okay.
I am not a Fed.
Not at all.
Female body inspector.
That's pretty good. That's actually a pretty good acronym. That's been an acronym.
On t-shirts.
Dude, that is a merch right there. That is full-blown merch.
It's already on t-shirts.
It is? Oh, shit. Well, you should make your own version of it. Okay.
I used to know a guy in high school who had one.
You did?
Yeah.
All right. Ben is smiling. What do you think?
I was just thinking about how to market the whole jelly bean boob ghost thing.
Oh, that's a sketch that would take me a while. Star's probably faster. You draw it.
Yeah, that's true. I can draw all nude bodies, so yeah, I can.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna come up with something. You're gonna have to buy it though when I do. Starting with you, clown.
Take a look at the lawsuits,
I will buy it
the
if it's 10
sabotage, and how America let the firewall rot just in time for the next wave and the next generation of revolutionary communist rhetoric.
Mm-hmm. How you guys liking this video so far? Let me know in the comments below.
So if the Communist Control Act of 1954 was passed and it's still a law and still on the books, the obvious question is, why is no one enforcing it? The answer to that, freedom lovers, is complicated. You see, the law was never repealed.
Nope.
It was just bypassed, and it was put in a position to where it could not defend itself against amendments from the Constitution. Let's start in the mid-1960s, just a decade after it became a law. In the shadow of Vietnam, civil rights protests, Cold War paranoia, the courts began chipping away at the legal foundation of the firewall. One key case was the Communist Party of the United States versus Subversive Activities Control Board. That was the board that was investigating communism at the time. The government had tried to force the Communist Party of the United States to register as a foreign-controlled organization. The Supreme Court, they did the usual. They dodged, they delayed, and eventually the enforcement of it collapsed under freedom of speech concerns, First Amendment concerns.
Control the language, control the people, control the narrative. Yes. Any comments?
You control the way they speak, you control the way they think.
That's right. Clown?
I was reading that P-Fletch says that guy glows from space. He's talking about him being like an FBI glowy.
Oh.
That's a phrase I don't know if you're familiar with, but
No, it's not. Sorry.
Glowies be glowing.
I'll tell you though, that wall is blinding me. It's very white when I click over.
I thought it was Ben with a mask on.
That same year.
No.
And also like 70 pounds added to his frame.
Heavier. Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy doesn't look like Ben to me.
No, he doesn't look like Ben at all. That guy's like
he's being an ass, Ben. Don't worry.
I was just playing around.
Yeah,
he's all right. Ben gets it. He knows jokes.
He knows some jokes. Yes.
Okay.
He's just sitting there not saying
at all. Sheesh.
Ben, say something.
He's offended now. I'll talk for him.
Yeah. We're just fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it.
We're all fine. Here, just have some Tylenol.
Yes.
Oh,
a whole bottle.
Hang on, I gotta go get pregnant first.
Oh gosh. With your big jelly bean nipples, yes.
Yeah, I'll have a jelly bean belly.
Albertson versus the Subversive Activities Control Board. The court ruled that compelling communists to register with the government violated their Fifth Amendment, the right to not incriminate themselves. But it wasn't about repealing the law. They starved it of oxygen, so that any attempt to use it would collapse in court under one of either the First Amendment or the Fifth Amendment. Once the court started shielding communism under the First Amendment, there was a new narrative that took over. Outlawing the Communist Party was now considered to be unconstitutional, even though the Communist Control Act still stood. They invoked freedom of association, a legal doctrine that says you have the right to join whatever group you want, so long as you are not directly inciting violence. But
I think that was the amendment to the law in the 1980s. There's been several amendments to the law, which generally they do that so that way they can bypass the original law, and then they have all these scapegoats that they can write, which is how they're doing everything. So, ban the law. You're more than happy to put something into the chat, and I'll read it just from you on that subject. Wink, wink.
More than welcome.
Here's the problem with that.
What? What'd you say?
What? I said he's more than welcome, not more than happy.
Oh, more than welcome.
You're fine. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I apologize.
My bad.
I didn't really mean to do that. I'm sorry.
I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm an ass. I didn't mean to do that.
The Communist Control Act, it didn't target opinions. It targeted loyalty to a foreign adversary. It was a national security statute not a censorship tool. And still, despite all the legal blows against the CCA, no court ever formally struck it down. They just simply stopped enforcing it because of optics, because of...
I'm going to read Spittle. Spittle says, let me put my four eyes on so I can do this properly and not stutter like a dork. I got to check out older releases from Congress on this because I believe they actually disbanded the council and that in turn stopped the government from chasing them out. I believe you're correct because when I was looking it up last night, it's basically showing that it's still active on the books. It's just there's so many bylaws that have passed by it now. They don't have to do shit. Everything is you're kosher no matter what you do. Yeah, that's what it is.
Politics and because of fear. By the 1970s, the DOJ, they'd gone silent on the matter. By the 80s, it was just an afterthought. And after the Berlin Wall fell, most Americans didn't even know it exists.
True.
But the Marxists remembered. And this is where it gets dangerous. Because the firewall rotted in silence, the communist movement didn't stop. It just changed its name. It rebranded itself. It changed the language. Communism always claims that...
Which is why people like Radical Coder and them, they can't associate the truth from distorted reality. Bamala says several things. One, as an attorney, I can say I hate them and they have ruined our country. ATTY. Did I say that properly? Is that for attorney? What am I saying here? And then he says, a lot of statutes have communist exclusions. They choose not to enforce them. I can't imagine why. Oh, and meanwhile, does everybody here know that the beast system is rising in the UK? Does anybody hear about this? I'm going to be doing a segment on this one also. Ben?
The digital ID stuff? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's rolling out right now into the UK. You will not be able to buy, nor to sell, nor to work, nor I would grant you that they would probably ostracize you from society. You wouldn't get medical care. You wouldn't be able to get your medication. You'll be watching your babies, hungry.
We'll see what happens.
And they'll want to bring that shit over here. Attorney, yes, okay, I did see that correctly. Okay. Yes, oh God, Radical Coder. I don't hate Radical Coder. He just needs somebody on the conservative side to buy him over. That's all. That's what most people don't realize is half the people who are pushing this shit, they might believe some of it, but they're all taking donations, wink, wink. So if the right conservative with donations comes along, I guarantee you half of these assholes, you could flip them. Sarcastic Saint, where have you been? Naughty boy, in the corner with you in the dunce camp, and you're getting the paddle. Shrapnel.
But Johnson?
What did I say?
But Johnson, he says, I have a few pieces of the Berlin Wall. My uncle went over and got some.
No way. That's cool. Dude.
Yeah.
Send me some. John. Hey, dude, would you mind sending me some pictures of that? I would love to showcase that on the channel. School of thought, I'd rather kick his ass via text. Okay, well, whatever. You got to remember, everybody has... gotta remember, everybody's got a price, honey.
Coder, I got you.
Matter.
Radical Coder's got a price. They all got a price. I guarantee you.
Marxism claims that language matters. Today's modern democratic socialist will claim that language matters. So they changed the language. They changed the definition. They redefined everything to fit their terms.
Welcome in, Zero Research.
Terms.
Do I know you?
Progressivism became their new storefront. Democratic socialism was the rebranding campaign. And groups like the Democratic Socialists of America, they began openly advancing Marxist policy-aligned ideas.
Yes,
they redefined their language to appeal to the compassion of the citizens. Homeless became underhoused. Mentally ill became intellectually disabled.
Yep.
By 2021, that redefinition had went so far that men actually think they can be women if they choose to be. Let's be clear. The DSA, which now boasts members of Congress, is ideologically rooted in the same class warfare, anti-capitalist collectivist doctrine that the Communist Control Act was designed to stop. The only difference is no one's enforcing the firewall anymore. No one has had the guts to try.
Nope. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make a short targeting Trump and Elon and see if they'll fucking pay attention to me. We're going to read
it out.
we're going to read
Social?
John. Yeah, I'm going to go on all of them and do it. I have a picture of him with the hammer at the wall. I'd have to find them. That would be really cool. That was the 80s, right? What year did it go down? 84, 85? I can't.
Ooh, I don't know the specific.
I don't remember when that was. So
I do know
let's
that
see.
candy never had needles in it and stars lying. But what? I'm
I'm gonna
referencing
get
your
you.
own show.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
She definitely didn't put them in there herself.
Doc Radical Coder and Nova Star. Oops! I mean, some other woman broad get kicked off the panel. Yeah, you know what Sarah's going to do now? Sarcastic Saint. Now she's going to up the price to boot the women because there's almost never any women up there, right? So they're going to like double or triple the cost to boot us broads off, which is a good idea. Let's see. Let's start this one more time.
Maybe the current administration, maybe the Trump administration will have the guts to try and put a stop to communism in its
89.
tracks before it completely takes over America.
Yeah,
And
89.
we need to stop it as soon as possible before the midterms.
Yeah, you're almost
Communist
past the
Control
point of
Act is
return
still a
now.
law, and it was never repealed, never overturned, just buried 6 feet under.
Nude yoga.
Huh?
Bob
As it
Law
was
says there's
buried.
always nude yoga.
The ideology
doing
that it
nude
was meant
yoga?
to stop dug in. In part C, we're going to take a
We need to talk to Obama Law. Obama, go on my page and send me an email. Because I want to maybe interview you. You're an attorney, so I want to talk to you. You can.
It was on my stream Saturday, but you left.
Anyways, my email directly to me, starmarie85@gmail.com.
She's also in my Discord.
I'm also in his Discord, so you can find me there and directly send me a link or a comment. Sorry.
hard look at what reactivating this firewall might look like. What laws still support it, what political maneuvering would be required, and what happens when the enemies of liberty no longer hide in the shadows, but march openly with power.
2 years. My biggest worry is for my country. I believe in this place, and in my love of country, I yield to no one. But the darkness on the edge of town has spread to the main roads and highways and neighborhoods. It's now at the local bar and the bowling alley, at the school board and the grocery store, and it must be acknowledged and answered for.
What would it look like if we tried to enforce the Communist Control Act today?
Still
What
going.
would need to happen?
I know, he's just a little slow.
The critics,
I should
they would
like
cry censorship.
I
They
should
would say,
speed
you
it
can't
up.
ban an ideology. But this law doesn't ban speech and it doesn't ban thought. It bans loyalty to a
affiliations.
foreign power
Yes.
that is bent on America's destruction. Thinking Marxist thoughts? Perfectly legal.
Thank you.
Shouting
I will look
Marxist
for your
slogans?
email.
Perfectly legal.
Star Marie with one R.
Organizing to undermine the republic from within is against the law. Advocating for revolution is against the law, and it's seditious. And there are sedition laws that support that. People forget that the First Amendment gives you the right to free speech, but it doesn't always give you freedom from consequences of what you say.
Correct.
A person who slanders, defames the character of, or writes libelous content, they can be held liable in the court of law. A person who speaks openly of America's destruction or inciting violence can face a multitude of charges, including terrorism, sedition, and depending on what happens due to their incitement of the violence, could be murder, could be manslaughter. There's a whole array of charges that can come to a person from the things that you say.
Revoke your citizenship. I keep looking around going, more than half of the crap that's going on is under terrorist laws, and I can't figure out for the life of me why nobody enforces the damn laws that are on the book. Does everybody... I told Trippy the other night, I got a dude deported.
Ooh, good
I got a dude deported. I got a guy deported. He was Muslim, Turkish, something of nature of that. Okay, and he was not from America.
Was his name Cenk Uygur?
No, he had a street name. I won't give you his full name. The street name was Ski, and he was a paparazzi, and he also did some other things. And he was leaving me messages on my phone like an idiot, talking about how he was going to grape me and cut my head off and everything else. And I marched right into, after about 3 weeks of that shit, and I told him to knock it off, I marched into the Beverly Hills Police Department, and I fucking let it rip and played everything from stem to stern. And they had that guy within a matter of days, and he was. And so all that stuff was considered terrorist acts. You can't do terrorist acts and do shit to the citizens, to our property, or any of the ilk, and not suffer judicial consequences for it. And quite frankly, the firing squad is my personal opinion. But hey, not sure, says entrepreneur. Okay, and
fire those squads.
Shrapnel says was right, and the founders of this country were all right as well. Yes. And anyways, Ben, you got anything you want to say to any of that stuff?
No, I'm listening. I'm getting to know. I'm new to this, so I know. I'm just saying, if you want to say something, I'm making. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just come from the old school. If I don't, if I'm new to something, I just listen and try to learn.
Yeah, you're like I am.
I stopped trying to learn after I left school in 2004. I was supposed to leave in 2005. No,
was that after you completed it 3 times, or is this your 4th time? Or
I never completed it. I got a GED.
I'm just kidding. You don't need to tell people that. I was a joke. All right, fine. Let's finish our video.
The First Amendment
kind of slow.
Is not a get out of jail free card. The First Amendment is not a shoot your mouth off for free card. The First Amendment was meant to be used to exercise a voice, to make sure that your opinions are heard politically. It's not there for you to incite violence with and walk away scot-free. That's not what the First Amendment is about. It's not what it's ever been about. Our forefathers would be rolling in their grave. This isn't McCarthyism. This is lawful accountability. The world has changed since 1954. We face threats of terrorism and learn to fight wars that are ideological in nature. There are newer laws on the books that can support.
Hell, we let them into the country, and we pay to feed them, house them, give them medical attention.
How the hell am I still here? My power just flickered.
Are you serious? You're
I guess not enough to turn off the computer or the modem. Wait,
Colata says, Trippy!
Colata!
Welcome in. Colata. I've seen you before. Nice to see you again.
I think Colata's a bit younger. Was asking us on the stream on Saturday if most of us are like in our 30s or what. And I was like, honestly, yeah, to a certain extent. Yeah. I think a lot of people in like their early 20s are still deciding which side they want to, represent or want them to be represented, or want to be represented by, is what I meant to say. But yeah, like I figure if you're more of a level-headed kind of person, then most people are going to call you a conservative pig dog, and they're going to try to attack you with their communism.
Yep.
And that's why we're here. Look at that.
And
you guys remember that?
We're waiting for all those frontal cortexes to develop, and hopefully that they get out of that phase as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like at least Colota's not watching Dean Withers and Parker Get a Job.
Thank the Lord for that.
Terrible,
Don't
terrible
watch
wannabe
them.
leaders.
Don't look those names up, Colada. Stay in the
knows who they are.
safe zone.
Knows who they are. I asked.
Okay. All right.
But I don't think most I think most people using either TikTok or YouTube are starting to know who those jackasses are. And anybody who watches Andrew too, because Andrew's debated Dean a couple times, and Parker's been dodging him for a very long period of time. He's been dodging him, like I'll take you on any time, except for right now, and except for in the future, and except this, except that.
Colada, stay with us, safe bunch. Like for instance, I'm related to more than 3 sitting presidents. Okay, so stay over here on this side. Okay, don't wander off now.
Right.
Hello, friend.
That's right.
And work in the CCA's favor. But what would reviving that look like? Well, the DOJ would have to reactivate the act, and the president would have to name new organizations under national security statutes, similar to the way that he does in the way that they do when they add someone to the terrorist list. Panels would have to investigate known subversive organizations, including the DSA, Antifa, and others. They'd have to stop federal funding on any kind of foreign enemy aligned institution. And they'd have to use all the legal mechanisms to remove the embedded subversives, including charges of sedition. Also, there are still parts of the Patriot Act of 2001 and the Freedom Act of 2015 that support the Communist Control Act. Make no mistake, the resistance would be loud. The mainstream media would spin on it in a vicious way.
Yep.
Academic backlash and higher institutes of learning would be outrageous. Political hysteria.
We would have to have a whole new judicial system set up in the background. You know that? Like, seriously.
Maybe. Or we could just start busting them. Just start busting them. Be like, hey, yo, it's this president, it's this president, the one that said that, hey, we will pay you $1,000 a head for illegals. Like, you can do that if you're a licensed bounty hunter. That was the stipulation. But licensed bounty hunters take people in, the local, like the town hall or something. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, you know how many bounty hunters would be self-employed coming up from that?
They are. It's a literal thing. It's it's in act right now. As long as you're a licensed bounty hunter, you can track down illegals and bring them to the ICE detention centers and shit.
Let's
and you get a grant.
Let's reenact the entrepreneur spirit, gentlemen.
There was a story not too long ago about some dude that was telling illegals that he was helping them or something. He was taking them to some safe space or whatever, and he was taking them right to ICE.
Yep. And then there was the other guy that was driving around with Ice Baby playing around, playing in the background. And he was blasting it. Yeah.
Gentlemen, instead of just the trades, you have the option of becoming a bounty hunter. During this time in history and making some money. Do it.
Make that money.
Get yourself a 1040 and you'll be golden and good to go.
Would run amok. People would cry, and there would be civil unrest. They'd say, this is fascism. This is authoritarianism. They'd say that we're trying to take over America. But the real purge is the one that they've already begun against American values. While the real takeover happens in our classrooms, in our ballot boxes, and in the media. I'm not proposing that we take over America. I'm proposing that we take America
back. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm going to end on that point right there. This gentleman has only got
Freedom
26.
is not the absence of limit.
He's only got 26 subscribers, but for 26 subscribers, he's had 132 views, which isn't bad. I thought it was a pretty informative. I thought it was informative. Here's the link to the video.
Put the link in the chat. That's right. You want me to put the link in the chat? You got it?
I got it. It's right there. It's in the chat from me. And Fu Manchu says, not much difference between both sides these days. They both finish off each side's work in time. That's right. They're both globalists. And don't think that they're any different, because they're not at all whatsoever. That's why nothing ever really gets done, unless you get a guy like Trump or somebody in there who loves going against the grain. And I guarantee you that man loves going against the grain and pissing everybody off. It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a good time. Why not?
Yep. Exactly.
They're all a bunch of heavies, anyways. So make them manufuriate them for a while you're alive. May as well. I don't want a video link. Okay, I don't Montero. I don't know who you are, but I'm not doing an open panel right now. Thank you. And then not sure says he lost his dad to a house fire when he was a little kid, so not really dealt a winning hand. That's unfortunate. Yeah, interest rates are going down. We're going to finish talking and then we're going to settle it up. Any final thoughts or anything going on, Ben, with what we've been looking at?
Do we think it's a good idea to drop or to do the Communist Act, put it back into fashion?
Yes.
Yeah.
Open season.
Yes.
Did you say Hail Satan?
What?
Open season.
Open season. Oh, sorry.
I think you really thought you said Hell Satan.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I didn't. I don't know.
Yes. Yes, Montero. His name is Ben. Yes. Ravens Mark. He's got a channel up and coming. Phew, Colada says.
His last name is not Thorpe.
Yes,
Thank
it's not
the Lord.
Thorpe, indeed.
Although I could probably get them on a panel together, which would probably be kind of funny, but also pretty messed up.
Yeah.
We'll wait until Ben's ready to go against Ben, and then we'll Ben the Ben-Bens. Everybody
the Battle
will
of the Bens.
The Battle of the Bens begins.
Battle of the Ben. And then, yeah. Yes,
Spittle.
you were going to say Spittlebuggy, yes?
Spittle says the RFK haters are not up on reality and laws. No, they're not.
I heard from that Kentucky atheist guy that they were working on articles of impeachment against RFK, and I was like, I doubt that's going to go through, bud, because fucking RFK hasn't done anything that would get him impeached. But they're gonna do it anyway, and they're gonna try to go up there and be like, well, he lied about this, or this is unproven, and yeah, they're gonna do that, and it's gonna be probably in a few months from now. And he was like, and they're also working on more articles of impeachment for Trump, and I'm like, dude, they tried that twice, and it didn't work the first fucking time. Like, what do you think? You have to get 3 impeachments through before you can try to move on to removal of a sitting president. It's not going to fucking work, but they'll do it for the, for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me entertain you.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Let me make you smile.
Act like they're trying to actually get anything done when the Democrat side hasn't tried to really get anything accomplished in years and years and years. And they sit there and they go, well, we're the ones that are the good ones, and we're trying to get this done. It's like the best thing the most they've ever done is get tampons put in boys' restrooms. It's like, stop doing that.
What an accomplishment!
Yeah, like I asked
that's like saying wait a minute. That's like somebody saying, "Hey, I supplied the ass wipe in the bathrooms. Now thank me. I've really done something." Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I'm the one who put up the wash your hands sign that nobody's listening to.
Stupid.
Please wash your hands. We can't make you if you're not working for us, but we can sure ask a lot and not know.
Blood says it's all pro wrestling on both sides. They're both LARPing. They're all LARPing. They're all part of the same.
No, they're not. Nope.
Oh God, yes. What's the naysayer saying? What are you saying, naysayer?
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
No. Nope. Nah. I like the orange guy. He's hilarious. Let's keep him in office. I want him to run for a 3rd and 4th term if possible.
He is pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie.
Would either one of you guys vote for J.D. Vance?
Maybe.
Ben? Would you vote for J.D. Vance?
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard that the rumor is that Eric might be running as his running mate in 28.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's either J.D. Vance or somebody else, I'm sure. What you got there? Uncle Gunn says, double tap your phone screen to like the video. I think you can also send her super sticker. No, she's not.
I'm not there yet.
Keep watching the stream for another 3,000 hours, please. And we will get her the watch hours needed for her monetization to go into effect.
I'm going to be streaming tomorrow too. I'm going to actually touch on crypto, believe it or not. So there's some other coins that are looking really delicious out there. No lie.
Crypto. Oh, too bad tomorrow's tonight's
What?
last
The
night.
what?
Too bad I retired from YouTube and I can't go on the stream tomorrow.
That's fine. I can do it all by myself. I don't need you. It's okay. I don't need you
I don't
and
know
your
anything about
G-string.
crypto though.
I don't need your G-string and your what was it called? It was fruit flavored boobies. I don't know. What are we talking about again? Jelly bean flavored boobies. I'm good.
Jelly bean boob ghost.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Uncle Gunn says 37 in the live. Welcome all. What do you think about what the naughty teacher is showing us tonight? Yes, let me know. And let me know if you also like the paddle or if you prefer a, what do you call it, cattail? Cat of nine tails?
Cat of nine tails.
How do you want to get your lickings and get them good? I need more water here. I am going to start shutting down here though because I don't really want to stream for 4 hours.
I really, 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 really want Trump to go on to the main stage, and tell everybody how great water is and how awesome oxygen is, so that they can go against him on that.
Yes, they stop breathing, stop drinking water. Yes, it's brilliant. This
I think
will
you
work.
should start with the water first and see how many people get dehydrated.
You know what we're going to do after this stream? We are going to film both things. We're going to film the thing to send to Trump, and then let's do the other one we just talked about.
All right.
Let's start a movement of no more air and water for watch him walk around with oxygen tanks or something, right?
Can I play video games while we do that?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yay!
He's letting me be myself. No.
That's right.
I hope you guys
All
in the chat
right.
are having a
So
good time.
I think they
There
are.
41 people watching.
Really?
Maybe we should stay live for another 6 hours.
Oh,
Let's do it.
mercy. I need more coffee.
Nah. We gotta keep it lively, guys. We gotta keep them wanting more. Always leave them hanging. Wait, no, that's not how they put that. Always leave the audience wanting more.
Yes, you leave them
Or lowers
wanting
their
more.
camera. Yeah. No. That's up. That's a cheat code. I like that cheat code. Polaris says, Trippy, what you gonna play? Probably Sparking Zero, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, maybe. A little Dragon Ball punch.
I'm playing some Sunken Lands.
Oh, is that what you're gonna do?
Well, no, that's the game I'm playing right now. Not now, but that's my current.
Your current? Is it like an
the one you like the
MMO?
most.
No, it's a survival game. I think it's got a very small following. I think last I checked, there's only like 300 people playing.
You said it's called Sunken
Land.
Sunken Land. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to look into it. You might like 7 Days to Die. That's a good game too.
Yes, I have that one.
The video game, YouTube.
Colada says that he has the same game as you do, Ben.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, nice.
He's one of the
That's
300 people.
One of the 300. Wait, it's not the same game that you used to play where it was a simulator in battles, right? And you could be France or Germany or whatever. That's not the same one.
This is you're like on an island in the ocean and you're trying to survive and stuff.
Oh, okay. Because I remember that other game you used to play. That's the reason why I brought it up a million
I also
years
have
ago.
that Ark game. I have that one with the dinosaurs, but I haven't uninstalled it as of right now. Like it's one of those games I dabble in once every couple of months or whatever.
I can't get my PC fixed, but if I could, I would be playing League of Legends right now and maybe streaming it.
You should put your camera on to just you and ask the audience very nicely and say, gee,
Why?
I wish that I could have a nice computer to play the game with. You should do
I'm
it.
not crying poor at people. Thank you. Ben is laughing.
Okay. If you want a computer that's as nice as mine, all right, you need about $3,000. And then I'll build it for you, and then I'll keep it, and then you can have nothing. I can
get your old one. You'll do a bait and switch. You'll put it in the
nope.
box. No?
I'm keeping both.
Wow. Okay.
One for
You
business
heard it.
and pleasure, and the other one for business and pleasure. No, I'm kidding.
You heard the grift.
I'm kidding. If
He's
I built you a
grifting.
computer, I would mail it to you on my own. On my own dime.
kidding.
I wouldn't mind doing that.
I know that.
All you really need is the tower part. She's got the monitor part, chat. She has the monitor. She's got my mouse. She's got a keyboard. She's got a webcam. She's got everything
This is a
But-
built-in webcam to the iMac that fell over.
I know. Yeah, and her iMac is slowly growing a toothbrush mustache, and it's going to try to get rid of a certain group of people who wear certain hats. Wait, no. That's not right.
Colada's trying to get me to jiggle. Look what they just said. Star, did you know it's possible to move your shoulders in the opposite direction really fast? Yeah, why? So I can do this? Like, please, gentlemen, please. I know what you're asking. Okay, anyways. Closing thoughts and statements, clown. Spit it out.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz.
Jiggling her tits. What?
Jiggling her
Let's
tits.
get
That's
rid
what, dude, we could let's
the
use
communists.
AI and do jiggling the tits. We'll put that as an entry on
I
video
can try.
for this. Oh my
I'll see what
gosh.
Suno says.
Oh my gosh. This would be good. She knows her audience. Yes, P. Fletch. I know the audience. Yes.
They do know you. I
Okay,
mean, they
just-
do like you. They love you.
Let's let them know my power keeps going out and it burnt out my power supply on my PC.
That's what happened.
That's what happened.
ESU went kaput.
And it's like over $500 to
I
fix.
do stuff myself.
Yes.
Yeah, I need. If you knew how to build a computer, like if you knew a little bit more, I think you could do it without really even having to worry about all that. But like if you were more comfortable doing it, I would say just buy the power supply, and do it yourself. But I know about not being comfortable building a computer. I know exactly how it feels.
It was hard for me just to get that damn little skinny hard drive on and off. That was with that little teeny tiny screw, and I got small hands.
Yeah.
It was still a
the
pain in the
M.2.
ass.
I know what you're talking about too. I got large hands, and it's harder to. I mean, it's just as hard to work with it, no matter the size of your hands. Them screws are itty bitty.
I might be taking Spittle on this offer. If I can get the money up to get the power supply, then I will be talking to Spittle Buggy how to do this.
I'm about 98% sure that it's just the power supply. I mean, there's a chance that your motherboard went kaput, but I don't think so.
Spittle, is there like a electronical device that would detect whether if the motherboard is working?
Electronical?
Yeah, electronical device, like
Electrical?
shut up a minute, electrical meter.
No, that's different.
I know, right?
That's what I was trying to say, like some kind of like electrical meter that would maybe measure if there's any power going through it or not. I don't know if they have that for that or not.
She said electronical. She's been calling Bama law. Sounded like Obama law over there.
You know what? I am going to ban you from talking anymore. Where is my baseball bat? Right.
Can't reach me. I moved.
Flipping ears, what I'll do.
I got plenty of space to run away down here.
I'm gonna
Staircase.
put time out for you. All right. I put him on mute.
You did?
Shit!
Weird.
You little brat.
I've been in this fight. Remember, I got
He's unmuting himself in the back.
I give up. You do your thing.
I won. Did I win? Did I win this one? This round?
Yeah, it's electronical.
Yeah.
Electronical.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to go, everybody. The teacher is going to go. And wonderful guests, Ben, Ravensmark, and Trippy Cass. Yes, Ben.
I wasn't even here. No, I'm just kidding. That was a fun stream. I'm glad that you put it together. She puts together streams, you guys. She doesn't just go live like certain people like me. Or I just go live and I go, hey, whatever. Send me links if you want to watch a video. I used to do that all the time. But
you did that?
She's taught me a lot about how to put a show together. And I've taught her a lot about what her torso looks like.
Say that again, Ben?
I said maybe I'll be on another one soon sometime.
Yeah, you'll be on very, 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 very soon. All right, everybody. Stop looking and staring at the clown's crotch. It's inappropriate. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining me, your host, Nova Star, at School of Thought. Down with the commies. Get ready for more action. It's coming. See ya.
Can't fix my avatar. There we go. Oh, Ben already left?
He left already. Ben, you didn't need to leave so soon. Okay.
He probably doesn't know yet.
It's all right. We'll work out the bumps.